All right, what's going on, boys and girls? So we are here with another video, and this particular one is PS4 RPGs for under $20. I want to make a few things clear. First, I'm using GameStop as a reference point because it's one that we can all just kind of use and get a rough idea. You might find these games cheaper, more expensive, if on eBay, Amazon, mom and pop shops, take your pick. But these, I'm just using these as a baseline for this is what roughly they cost. Second of all, this list is going to be personal choice. These are not going to be the typical AAA or bigger RPGs. Yes, you can get like Persona 5 for like $18 now. There are other games that I would love to recommend, but I want to highlight some ones that are not recommended all that often, or that are looked at with a negative light. When you take away from the title and you just examine the game for what it is, it's actually really good. So let's get into this, shall we? First up, we have Viking Wolves of Midgard. It goes for $14.99. And if you really like Diablo without all the shitty mechanics of Diablo 3, this game is by far better. It's Vikings. It's got a body warmth mechanic within game that you have to use. That stand next to fires to rewarm yourself. The environments are really beautiful, and the combat is actually really fluid and nice. I love this game. I play this game on Linux personally, but on PS4, if you want a better Diablo game than Diablo 3, and Diablo 4 ain't coming out any fucking time soon unless they give us Diablo Immortal again, pick up Viking Wolves of Midgard. It's $15. Next up, a game that is very controversial, and I will probably catch flack for even recommending because it does not live up to the name of the series it's a part of. It goes for $14.99, and this is Valkyria Revolution. It's an action RPG. A lot of people do not like this game because it's not a Valkyria like Chronicles type of game. I take the Valkyria Chronicles references and stuff. I get where people don't care for it, but as an action RPG in and of itself, the battle system I like. The game is like presentation wise, it's good, it's smooth, it's a really good game. It just don't look at it as a Valkyria game. Take the title away, and you'll understand what I mean. So for that, it's $14.99. Next up, we have another one called The Lost Child. You can get this on Switch, Vita, and the PS4 as well. So this is $19.99 used. It's actually cheaper to get new at $17.97, but I'll get into that afterwards. This is a dungeon crawling wizardry type game. That's the best, like as far as like first person dungeon crawler mixed with turn-based combat. Story is actually pretty good. I like it. Again, it's like if you're looking at Metacritic scores, it's going to be like in the 68, 69 range. It's not a bad game at all. If you like those Demon Gaze or Demon Gaze 2 or any of those type of games, this is right up your alley, hands down. Next up, this game is going to be a little different, little waifu-y, little kawaii kind of for people, but this one is Dark Rose Valkyrie. I like this game. The turn-based combat is interesting. The story is told in an interesting manner. I don't want to give too much away. It's a compiled heart Idea Factory game. So generically, you kind of know what you're getting with those. But the storyline is actually pretty good. It reminds me of Sakura So Long My Love that was on the PS2 and the Wii. Is kind of what it reminds me of. So next up, we have... and that Dark Rose Valkyrie is $14.99. Next up, we have God Wars Future Past. Such a slept-on game. It's a strategy RPG with Japanese mythology storytelling mixed in, and it is fan-fucking-tastic. If you are even remotely into like the strategy RPG genre, if you like games like Record of the Agris War and any of those type of games, as far as strategy games, this or Grand Kingdom or any of those kind of games, this is going to be right up your alley. It tells I really enjoy the story. And here's the thing, the game is $4.99. Pick it up. It's a no-brainer. Next up is a game I've actually reviewed on my channel, the Technomancer. If you want to see what BioWare would do on a AA budget, get this game. As opposed to what BioWare does on a AAA budget, which is what this game would be if BioWare did it on a... the long short of it is this is a B sci-fi game. It's not always going to be the prettiest. It's not bad graphically. It's not great graphically. But the story is good. The combat's actually pretty good. It's a prequel-ish to Mars War Log or Log War or whatever the hell it's called. I don't remember the exact title, but it's by Spiders. They're the guys that did Greedfall. So this is kind of the precursor to Greedfall. This is definitely worth picking up, and you can get it for $10 and $9.99 to be specific. Three honorable mentions. First up, we have Star Ocean: Integrity and Faithlessness, 1999. This is not a typical Star Ocean game. It was made on a budget, you can tell. But graphically, I think it looks really, really nice. I think the story is actually pretty good. You might like the main characters, you might not. That depends. The one thing it does lack, this is why it's an honorable mention, is the grandeur of like Star Ocean's the Last Hope, and like that type of space travel. Like it kind of lacks the element a little too much to be called Star Ocean. Next up is a twofer, because it's the same series and one's an expansion and standalone expansion. You have Digimon CyberSleuth and Digimon CyberSleuth Hacker's Memory, $18.99 and $19.99 respectively. These are the best monster hunting and collecting games, hands down, because they actually have a story. Pokemon can learn a few things. It might want to try it sometime. So I would recommend picking up any of these games. I actually own all of them. So for me, the game I love the most personally is either going to be Valkyria Revolution or Vikings Wolves of Midgard. Those are the ones I personally like. What are some of your recommendations for games under $20 on the PS4? Well, you guys know what to do. Links to Patreon, Indiegogo, all that stuff is down below, and I will catch you on the flip side. Peace.